What is good? Welcome back to the channel, y'all. So if you're thinking about making a zine, you should definitely watch this video because Paulie B breaks down his process and his thoughts behind making his own recent zine. And it's a pretty cool one. It's got a lot of really cool images from his time shooting in Coney Island. So he talks to us about his particular zine, some of his images, his thought process, and then he breaks down some of the intricacies of making a zine and why you should and kind of how you should approach it. So let's go ahead and jump into that video.
All right, so we're here. We're about to take a look at the zine. That's Paulie. So Paulie, show me the zine. Tell me kind of what are your first impressions here with this zine?
Small. It's smaller than the sample copy that I bought. This is like the first proof copy from the actual manufacturer.
Yeah.
The build quality is actually pretty nice for the price that I'm paying for these.
Yeah.
Pretty good. There's a few things I have to clean up, like the spine.
Yeah.
The kind of leaks to the front. But I think overall it looks pretty good. It's a little small. I might go bigger or I might make some changes, but
it definitely has zine vibes. Like this is something you can fold, you can kind of rough it up a little bit, and it's not really gonna suffer because of it.
Yeah, this is like kind of like I bought zines from other friends before, and this is kind of like standard size for like a zine. It's a booklet.
So as you open it up and flip through, do you feel like your intent, where in terms of placing the images and the sequence, you think it really shines now that you're seeing it in person?
Yeah, I think it works still. Like, I think my process, this isn't the first time that I've put the images in front of me physically in like a book form,
Sure.
right? So I ordered like another cheaper version, just so I can get that experience. So I kind of had that experience already, like flipping through it, but this is like the closest to the final product that I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Whereas the first version, the colors were kind of washed out. The colors on this seem pretty great.
What's it like going through it like full from beginning to end?
I think it's fun. You know, it kind of feels like Coney to me.
Yeah.
Which is great to see in this time of year.
It's well, it's not cloudy.
It's not cloudy. Yeah.
It's blue hour now,
it's
so
dark.
there's not really any sun shining through.
Yeah, so like you get nice little Coney vibes, you know, boardwalk.
So you've got some full page images in here.
Yeah, full bleed.
Spreads.
Got some that are full bleed. And like I said before, there's some of these, like, I kind of want to see that bigger.
Yeah.
So I might take some of the images and flip them like this. So you're kind of forced to, when you look through the zine, flip it this way.
Interesting. Yeah. That's the kind of thing you can play with. You can force the user to kind of play with the book and not just have the stale, typical like one page after the next, after the next, after the next.
Yeah, there's two benefits, right? Like one, the end user will see a bigger image.
Yeah.
And then two, like it really kind of messes with the way that you're not just flipping through it. You're flipping through it and flipping it.
Exactly.
So, like I think images like this would be good because he's literally getting tackled. So you're literally like changing the position.
Interesting.
Of the book and of him, I guess.
There's some great images in there, and there's definitely stuff you haven't seen before, others haven't seen, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel withholding those images is worth it now? I'm always curious about that, 'cause a lot of people do that.
I'm curious about that too. Like, I feel like I don't show that much of the photos that I take. I probably show like 10% when it comes to like all of social media. And there's this thought, at least going around the communities that I'm a part of, and people that I talk to, that when you put images on Instagram or like YouTube or any social, you just throw images up, you're kind of throwing them away.
Yeah.
Which is something that I'm like trying to grasp and get my mind around, because I don't know if I believe that fully, but there is an aspect of that, right?
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to like YouTube or like POV videos. I feel like when I put like 3 seconds of it, it's in some ways that's more throwing it away over like an Instagram post.
Sure.
The Instagram post, they can stop, like zoom in, and then where on YouTube it's like 3 seconds and it's gone. And you see how I got it. I don't know. It's an interesting concept. Like,
I think the idea of photo distribution.
Yeah.
It's clear in other art forms. If you make music, you know you have to put your music on Spotify.
Right.
With photography, I feel like it's still a very open question. It's like, where does it best live?
Yeah.
And depending on whether you're a pro or just a regular person shooting.
But you got to share stuff too. You got to share in this era of photography that we live in, because that's how you get discovered.
Yeah.
That's how people like know you. That's how like brands reach out to you. They become fans. They're like, oh shit, like let me reach out to Ribsy.
Yeah.
This video is brought to you by the New Classic Film web store. We got the best prices on the web for the color film that you really love. Cinestill 400D, Portrait 400, and of course we got our own New Classic Easy 400 black and white film. So click on the link down below and go shopping.
Yeah, like I love like the full bleed, like the full spread images. Like I feel like they have like big like impact.
Big impact, and I guess it probably works best with certain images too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, like this one. I have a couple of full bleed images that are split, and here's what I mean by that. So this is like full bleed on this side, and then a Jew jumping off on like the opposite page.
Yeah.
Then when you flip it, the other side of this image is on this page.
Interesting.
So you kind of get like, if you look at it like this, you get the full image.
Oh.
But then in between, it's people jumping off that same view.
So those two photos, they're literally in the water, the way that those kids are gonna be in the water, jumping in.
Yeah.
That's creative. I've never seen that before.
So it's like,
yeah, you're having fun with it. I think that matters a lot when creating zines. I guess when creating anything, honestly.
Yeah, you gotta have fun with it.
You don't want to take yourself too seriously at all
If you're
times.
not having fun with it, what are you doing?
And it's Coney Island. The subject matter lends itself to having fun.
Yeah, right. Like this, it's a day at the beach.
Yeah.
You gotta have fun. You gotta let loose. You gotta get on some rides. This was a last minute addition too. At first it was just this image and then a blank white page.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I remembered I had this image. This is cropped. There's like sky on this side, sky on this side. But I think it works like just like this. And then they're kind of doing the same arms. Arms have the same kind of motion, but obviously she's knocked out and he's like having fun, hopefully, maybe. I don't know.
I dig it.
Yeah.
So you're excited to get this out? You're excited for people to see this in person?
Yeah, I think...
It hasn't been a toxic process, because we don't want toxic process.
No, not toxic. I think it took a while for me to do, just because it never sat at the top of my priority list.
Sure.
So it was always like, oh, I need to get to this, and it didn't take that long once I did get to it.
Yeah.
So if you got time, like it wouldn't take you that long, but I think it's important to like sit down and like if creating a book or a larger body of work is important to you, I think you got to practice doing it before you get to that stage, so that when you do get to that big final book or that big, body of work project, whatever it is, it's not your first time doing it.
Yeah.
Like you have different options, you could throw a hook shot, you could do a fadeaway, you could just pull up jumper. You don't have to, you don't have one tool in your basket.
I dig it. Well, that was pretty cool. Let's keep walking. I got a couple more questions for you.
Let's go.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. Hearing Paulie D talk about his process was pretty cool. It's really nice to get kind of some candid information from somebody that you admire and whose work you admire, and learn about their process, because I'm sure, like you, I'm also really interested in making a zine at some point, and it's nice to see how people do it and how they think about it. And zines are great because they're so casual. You're not putting together an official, hardcover book that's being published by some company. Therefore, you can really get creative, you can mess around, you can practice things, and you can workshop ideas to see what sticks. And that's cool, because you can learn things from that, and you can kind of just have fun with it. But yeah, definitely go check out Paulie B's work. Go on Instagram and definitely pick up a zine if you haven't already. I actually think it might be sold out, so you might be out of luck. But yeah, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. To the next one, I'm out.